snow here. Heading down to Deshka Landing, which is where they're starting the Iditarod tomorrow. Should be awesome. Okay, we're getting ready to load up. I got my snow machine there. I got all my gear here. Take a quick little gear check. I got my tent there. Below that is a cot. This is sleeping bags. This is clothing. This is stuff that'll ride on the back of my machine. Cooking stuff. This is some clothes and some battery chargers. 3 things of wood, a stool, some gloves, a couple things of water, hat up here, 2 coolers, and a wood stove. There's the footprint of my tent. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this loaded up and the sled tarped up and ready to roll. So this is the Iditarod Trail. Be dogs on it in 2 days. A lot of snow machines been along here. Alright, so we've got up, we've had breakfast. Still got a little fire going in there. Started up my snow machine, it starts. Over there, and you can't hardly see it, there's some spruce that look like they're dead. And so I'm going to go over and see if I can cut some branches off of them. Bring them over here so I can have a fire tonight. Tree that I want to cut up, and I'm laying down a track here and I'm stuck, and so I'll dig that out and then we'll cut up some trees. Okay, so what I've done is I've dug that out and I've stomped a trench in here. I'm hoping that we got like 4 feet of powder, and if I'm able to stomp down the first couple feet into something that's relatively hard so I can get out of there, and then it goes up there to the main trail. But I just stomped it out enough to get to somebody else's tracks, hopefully. We'll take a look at this and I'll tell you the easiest way to get a snow machine stuck, other than being dumb. What happens, you always get them high centered right there. We call that the tunnel. And now you can see my tracks back there. I got this stomped down. This was sitting, well, even with that, that's how much I've dug out. And then on each side, they went in here. And I stomped this down the best that I could so I get traction there. Let's see what happens. We'll get that lash down on there, take it back to camp. We got that tied on. Getting ready to blast out. You can see I went to the left there. That's a no-no. We need to go that direction there. So we'll take this back to camp, probably come back and get one more load, at least. Those tracks from this morning, crossing the trail, heading up into the trees. Looks like they came from back over on this side of the trees, across the river. So this is Frozen River, across the river. In fact, a lot of the Iditarod trail goes along frozen rivers. We're camped just on the banks of this river. This is actually the Big Sioux. I got load number 3 docked up there. Pretty much stripped that thing all the way to the bank. We'll see what it looks like back at camp. I think that's going to be probably enough. Well, I've got the second load of wood here, so I'm hoping I got enough wood for a campfire. Got one more load I'm going to go get though. And while I'm going to get that, I've moved my stove outside. And I've started my stove up. I'm going to make some lunch here in a minute. I haven't eaten for a while. And so, you know, if you're returning to my channel and you've seen outdoor cooking before, this is what outdoor cooking in Alaska is going to look like. If you're new to the channel, stick around, see what lunch looks like in the Alaska backcountry. I got my last load of wood in. I'm going to put a skillet on this in a minute and start heating it up. Got some potatoes, carrots, peppers and onions going there. Let's give that a head start. Those are going relatively well. It's so cold out here though that I'm going to put a lid on that. This is a custom lid that I made. They're as done as I want them, pretty much. And so I'm going to move them over into this pot just to keep them warm. I'll put that up on a trivet, and then we'll get going on main course. The main course today is going to be beef tenderloin. I'll look at that in a second here. Okay, so I got this fire really rocking in there because I want to sear this piece of meat here. I'm just going to sear it on both sides. Okay, so it's got a good sear on both sides, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack it up onto some trivets because I want to take it off the heat some. There, because I basically want it to bake kind of sort of now, and so then I'm going to put my custom super nice lid on it. The trivets for my other stuff. There we go. Now that'll probably take another 10 minutes or so. Alright, I think that this baby is done. Not quite. Okay, I think we are done. It's the first musher. We're in bib number 2. There's probably bib number 1 right there.
Nice spot.
Well, it's the day after the Iditarod, Monday. Gorgeous day. See, we managed to clean up all that brush yesterday. Left a little bit of a fire pit here.
Okay, I got my sled all loaded. I thought I'd just take a minute, maybe you guys do this all the time, and talk about this. So I put the biggest amount of weight in the back, and so there's the front of the sled. You can see the tongue of it there. My stove is in the back right here. It weighs 100 pounds in this box. I got wood in front of it, and then the rest of it is actually pretty light. Gear, sleeping bags, and things like that. And so by putting the heaviest part in the back, it makes that sled pull straight. If you put the heavy stuff in the front, then it fishtails and kind of wicks around. So what I'm going to do now, you've seen this probably at the beginning of it, I'm going to go ahead and put this tarp over the top of it just to hold everything in. You can tell right there I couldn't make it 10 feet and that stuff would fall off there, but you put the tarp over it. I have a net. I'll put the net on top of it, put a rope back and forth across it, and I got this super cool like 10-foot bungee strap here that I made that I snap over the top of it, on top of that, and then it just kind of takes the shock out of the whole thing. And so we're going to go ahead and get that done, and then we'll get on the trail. Okay, so you can see I got it all lashed down there, tarp over it, net over it, nothing's going to go anywhere. I tie this stove directly to the sled because it's so heavy. I don't want it bouncing all over the place. So machine's warming up. It should be a great ride back to the trailhead.